some people are still asking, how long is this going to go on? When are we going to be able to return back to normal? And Henny, we ain't going back, like I said in previous videos, until. But even when we handle this, it will be a new society, but it could be a beneficial one for all. Until we look at and handle human enmeshment, which is the real virus going on right now and parasitically infecting people. And to boil it down, human enmeshment is I can't be okay, or I need you to be a certain way or to do certain things in order for me to feel okay, safe, validated, etc. And until we let go of that and free ourselves from that, this stuff will just keep getting more intense and more intense and more intense. Because the only way we learn from this is through experiencing it at such a obvious level that we have to change and heal from it. That there's kind of a no going back point. So what does human enmeshment look like? Well, number one, masks, and number two, which will be rolling out relatively soon, or the push for it anyways, is a vaccine thing. And basically the premise behind both masks and vaccines are, if you don't get one, then mine doesn't work. Which, again, let's breathe into that. Even from a intuitive common sense point of view, if they're so important, then you doing that for your body should be fine. But again, we have this mind disease of other people have to do certain things in order for me to feel okay and safe and validated and loved and taken care of. And there's this use of shame, especially with young people, for this idea that them being well and asymptomatic, aka well, that they can affect older people and kill them. That's the level of shame that a lot of us are operating at and have been operating at our entire lives, but it's just coming to the surface now through this mechanism of COVID-19. So, look, I think it's ridiculous if you wear a mask, to be honest, but that's my point of view. You're entitled to your own point of view. That's, that's how this thing works. But, and again, you can wear your mask in grocery stores and outside and in your car with the windows rolled up and at the park in the middle of the fresh air. That's fine. I think it's silly, but again, you're entitled to that freedom of that way of thinking and that action of wearing one. But when we get to a point of that not being enough for you, that you need to control other people and have them also wear one in order for you to feel safe, that's where we reach into human enmeshment. That's where we get into the trap of imprisonment. And a lot of people think that if they can control other people and get them to wear a mask, then they'll be safe. But the paradoxical thing about that is the more you try and do that, the less safe you're actually going to feel. The less safe you're actually going to be, because it's an illusion. It's this external ego validation. You see, and again, I'm not going to get political, but even just like certain politicians in their campaigns, like wearing masks on stage when they're not near anyone, but it's this ego masturbation of, oh, they care about me because they're wearing a mask. It's a subconscious symbol of safety, which actually isn't even safety. But anywho, just for a second, attuning to the fact that no matter what other people do, um, it can't make you any more or less um, safe in terms of disease, okay? If you want your power back, then stop, and you want to wear a mask and you believe in that practice, if you will, then wear your mask. Wear two, wear three. Like, no skin off my back. But take your power back from other people and believe in the validity of your own tool. Take your power back from other people needing to be a certain way. And again, this is coming up because of this COVID-19 mechanism that's in our present experience, but this has been in us subconsciously for our entire lives. This whole idea of, if you don't act a certain way, if you don't answer my phone calls, if you don't text me back, if you don't like my dress, if you don't like, if you don't validate me, then I'm not going to feel okay. I'm not going to feel safe. We're just seeing this expressed through health, through the medical field, when this has been in our bodies energetically for a very long time, finally coming up to be healed and to be looked at. And when people are afraid of disease, which many people are right now, by them scolding you or shaming you for not wearing a mask, they're just projecting their own fear of disease onto you. They still don't want to handle it themselves. They still throw it up onto you, and they don't want to look at their own fear. They don't want to look at their own thoughts, their own limiting beliefs around disease and viruses. They rather blame someone else, again, for their sickly life. That's the truth. Yeah, so again, if you want to wear a mask, wear it with pride, love it, do you, but take your power back from other people and be okay with how they want to operate in this world. This thing isn't stopping anytime soon. It's going to be pushed to the extreme to show people how powerlessly they've been operating, and it's going to give people an opportunity through pain to take their power back, because that's why yeah, baby.